What if I told you there's a secret weapon that some people use to become billionaires, and that most of us use that exact same weapon to make our bankers richer? That weapon is debt. And I know. Debt is a four-letter word. It's stressful, it's scary, and for most people, it's a trap. But here's the crazy part. The wealthiest people on the planet don't just use debt, they thrive on it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. I'm going to show you exactly how billionaires like Elon Musk use debt to live a tax-free billion-dollar lifestyle. And then I'm going to show you how to stop playing the game that keeps you broke and start using these same principles to build your own wealth. You're going to want to stick around for this one. Part 1. The Billionaire's Playbook. All right, let's talk about the man, the myth, the meme lord himself, Elon Musk. How does a guy worth hundreds of billions of dollars live his life without paying income tax? It sounds illegal, but it's not. It's just playing the game on a different level. Elon Musk, tax bill, zero, or see, you and I, we get a paycheck, money hits our bank account, and boom, Uncle Sam swoops in to take his cut. That's called income, and income is taxable. Simple. Elon doesn't do that. Instead of a salary, when he was building Tesla, he negotiated something way smarter, stock options. Think of a stock option like a magical coupon. His coupon, after a few stock splits, basically said, you can buy Tesla stock for about $350 a share, no matter what the real price is. So if Tesla stock goes up to $500, he uses his coupon, buys it for $350, and could immediately sell it for a $150 profit per share. Sweet. Now let's say Tesla stock goes to the moon and hits $1,000 a share. His coupon is still good for $350. That's a $650 profit on every single share. And how many shares did he have? He negotiated for around 20 million of them. Let's do some quick math. 20 million shares times $650 profit per share is $13 billion. But here's the catch. That $13 billion isn't cash in his bank account. It's just potential wealth locked up in his stock options. To get that money, he'd have to sell the stock. And the moment he sells, what happens? He creates an income, and income gets taxed. We're talking a tax bill in the billions. Plus, he'd no longer own a huge chunk of his company. So here comes the pro-gamer move. This is the secret. Instead of selling, Elon takes his $13 billion worth of stock options to a bank and says, hey, Goldman Sachs, my good friend, see this? It's $13 billion of pure, uncut Tesla power. How about you give me a tiny loan against it, let's say, $1 billion? What bank is going to say no? They see the collateral. They give him the $1 billion loan. And here is the magic trick. A loan is not income. It's debt, and debt is tax-free. Think about it. When you get a mortgage to buy a house, you don't pay taxes on that $300,000 loan, do you? Of course not. He just did that, but instead of buying a house, he's financing his entire lifestyle. Rockets, super yachts, you name it. But in Vestopia, you ask, how does he pay the loan back if he has no salary? Great question. As the value of Tesla stock continues to go up, let's say to $2,000 a share, his collateral is now worth even more. He just goes back to the bank, refinances, takes out a new, bigger loan, pays off the old one, and pockets the difference. It's a cycle. Buy assets, borrow against them, and let the assets grow to pay for the debt. This is called the buy, borrow, die strategy. He avoids taxes, keeps his assets, and lives like a king. Part 2. The Average Person's Nightmare. Okay, so that's how the rich play the game. Now let's look at how most of us play. It's the same game with the same weapon, debt, but we're playing it backwards. We use it to make our banker richer. The average person makes, let's say, $50,000 a year, but the banks, the credit card companies, they see that income and say, hey, you look responsible. Here's a credit card with a $10,000 limit. Here's a car loan for a brand new SUV. So suddenly, that person with a $50,000 income is living a $75,000 lifestyle. Nicer car, fancier clothes, bigger TV, avocado toast delivered by a drone, whatever it is. They've bought liabilities, things that take money out of your pocket. And now what happens to their paycheck? It comes in and immediately goes out to pay for the past. They're not working to build a future. They're working to pay for the car they bought last year. They're working to pay Visa for a vacation that's now just a memory. Let's get real for a second. The average American household has over $8,000 in credit card debt. The average interest rate? A soul-crushing 25%. If you only make the minimum payment on that $8,000 debt. Do you know how much you'll pay in interest alone? Over $5,000. $5,300 to be exact. You paid for an $8,000 thing and then gave the bank an extra $5,300 just for the privilege. You essentially paid 66% more for everything you bought. You see the difference? Elon borrows to buy an asset that grows in value. The average person borrows to buy a liability that loses value. One makes himself richer. The other makes the bank richer. Part 3. The 3 rules to flip the script. Okay, that was the depressing part. But I'm not here to just bum you out. I'm here to give you the playbook to fix it. It comes down to 3 non-negotiable rules. If you follow these, you will flip the script on debt forever. Rule number 1, no more financing junk. Rule number 1, stop financing liabilities. From this moment forward, you make a pact with yourself. You will not finance anything that doesn't put money in your pocket. The only exception is your primary home. But that new phone, that TV, that furniture, and especially that car, no. But Jasper, what about those 0% APR deals? That's free money. Wrong. It's a psychological trick. Companies offer it because they know it makes it easier for you to spend money you don't have. You don't feel the pain of a $1,000 iPhone leaving your account. You just feel a small $100 payment. They also know you'll probably buy the extra warranty and the fancy case. And most importantly, they know a ton of people won't pay it off in time and will get slammed with 28% retroactive interest. It's a trap. The biggest offender is the car payment. You want a $50,000 BMW? Cool. Do you have $50,000 in cash? No? Then you can't afford a $50,000 BMW. It's that simple. Here's the play. Take the $8,000 you were going to use as a down payment and buy a reliable used $8,000 car with cash. Now take the $700 you would have paid every month for the BMW and start aggressively investing it or paying down other debt. Trust me, I get it. I was making millions a year and I was still driving a beat-up old Toyota with custom rims and a missing bumper. It was hideous. But I was focused on buying assets, not impressing people at a stoplight. Today, I drive a Toyota RAV4, a very nice one. But see, the goal is to be rich, not to look rich. Rule number 2, the rule of 5. Rule number 2 is my rule of 5. This is for all the luxury items, the wants, not the needs. If you want to buy something flashy, you shouldn't buy it unless you can comfortably afford to buy 5 of them. You want that $10,000 Rolex? You need to have $50,000 in your investment or savings account first. You want that $50,000 BMW? You should have a net worth of at least $250,000. This rule keeps your ego in check and ensures that a single purchase doesn't derail your financial future. Rule number 3. Debt is a scalpel, not a sledgehammer. And rule number 3. Use debt strategically. Debt can be a tool, but it's a precision instrument, like a surgeon's scalpel. Most people use it like a sledgehammer, smashing their financial lives to bits. Let me tell you a quick story. I once considered helping someone buy a pet grooming business for $70,000. They wanted a loan, but the business was losing money every single month. And the owner refused to sign a non-compete, meaning they could open a brand new shop right across the street the next day. This is using debt to build the fire. It's a recipe for disaster. The right way is to use debt to add fuel to a fire that's already burning. You've built a profitable side hustle, and you know that with $10,000 for more inventory, you can double your profits? Okay, now we can talk about a strategic business loan. This applies to real estate too. I've made a lot of money from no money down real estate gurus because I buy the properties at a huge discount after their students try the strategy, get in over their heads, and get foreclosed on. Don't be that person. Have skin in the game. Put down 25%. Have reserves. Because here's the absolute truth. Debt amplifies your mistakes. If you invest with cash and mess up, you lose your cash. If you invest with debt and mess up, you lose your cash, and you still have to pay the bank back every single month. So let's bring it all home. The difference between using debt to get rich and using it to get broke is simple. The rich use debt to buy assets, things that grow in value and put money in their pocket. Everyone else uses debt to buy liabilities, things that lose value and take money out. The rich borrow against their growing wealth. Everyone else borrows against their future paychecks. And look, this isn't an accident. Our economic system is literally designed to profit from financial illiteracy. It wants you in debt. It wants you paying interest. It wants you on the hamster wheel. But not you, not anymore. Because now you know the rules of the game. You know the Billionaires playbook. You have the choice to stop financing your banker's vacation and start financing your own freedom. So here's my challenge to you. I want you to drop a comment below and tell me, what is the one liability you're going to stop financing starting today? Is it the daily Starbucks, the car payment, the 0% APR furniture? Let's declare it and hold each other accountable. If you got any value out of this video, do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe for more no-nonsense guides to building real wealth, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching. Now go out there and start building.